Hey everyone, today we will be looking at 10 anime where the main character gets married to a girl or lives together. In 10th place comes in Final Approach. Final Approach is a romantic comedy which revolves around Ryo and his sister. Ever since their parents died a few years ago, Ryo and his sister Akane have been living alone together. Despite their difficult situation, they are still living reasonably happy and normal lives. However, everything is about to be flipped upside down due to a secret government project. Due to increasingly low birth rates in Japan, the Japanese government is testing a program in which two young people are forced to marry. Ryo wants no part of it, but he is given little choice in the matter. His new fiancée, Shizuka, comes to his home late one night with several dozen government-issued bodyguards, who are there to ensure the success of the new couple. Unlike Ryo, Shizuka couldn't be more willing to go along with this new program, and eagerly goes about her wifely duties, despite his objections. In 9th place is Brighter Than the Dawning Blue. In this anime, the moon and the earth are linked by a single contact point. And the moon has its own kingdom. To strengthen the relationship between the earth and the moon, the princess of the moon kingdom comes to earth for a homestay at the house of our main character. As for why he was chosen particularly, you can know that by watching it. The anime focuses on romance comedy between our two main characters and the people around them. It had its fair share of sad moments, happy moments and funny moments, and overall it was fun to watch. In 8th place is The Familiar of Zero. This is a very old isekai anime series that started airing in 2006. We have our main character in another world who's a young witch. One day during a summoning ritual she summons Saito, an ordinary boy living in Japan. Now, he must learn to adapt to his odd new life and learn about the various types of magic users and fight. Although at the start it feels typical harem cliches, but as we proceed further many things change. We have an ending that will most probably satisfy most viewers. In 7th place is Love is Like a Cocktail. This is a very wholesome short anime series about two couples. The husband was a bartender and the wife is an office worker. Like most slice-of-life anime, we see their everyday life and how they pass their time. The main focus of this anime is, as the title says, cocktail. It's just merely a relationship of a husband and wife with alcohol involved, and how they help each other from the worst or best of times, and the alcohol is mixed with it. Overall, it was pretty fun to watch. In 6th place is Please Teacher. Please Teacher is a love story about a forbidden relationship between a teacher and her student. Their relationship starts out as a cover-up, but grows into something much deeper and meaningful. There is a fair share of comedic moments, twists, and misunderstandings, but this story is essentially about their marriage, its highs and lows, happy and sad moments, fights and makeups. I personally enjoyed it a lot, even though it's old, but as the proverb goes, old is gold. You might want to give it a try. In 5th place is My Bride is a Mermaid. This is a romantic comedy about a young boy who was saved from drowning by a beautiful mermaid, and according to mermaid law, he must die. However, to escape their wrath, he decides to marry her, but this will eventually cause more problems. The premise of the show may be that of an average romantic comedy, but it is so enjoyably fun to watch that it doesn't matter. That is basically how the story begins, and from that point on there really isn't any storyline that moves the series along, but just a bunch of random cliched settings that every anime fan is familiar with. Although this is a romance comedy anime, the comedy in it is what makes it so good and enjoyable to watch. I definitely suggest anyone to give it a try. In 4th place is I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. Although the name of this anime is pretty long, the duration of it is pretty short. The plot of this anime is about Kaoru, an office lady, and her husband an otaku who makes money as a blogger, and their lives as a married couple. The show has decent humor in it, making it very enjoyable. Not only that, It's kind of interesting how the show tells their lives as a couple in only about 3 to 4 minutes. If you want to watch a quick and very enjoyable anime, I recommend you to watch this. In third place is girlᴴᴰ. Kazuya Koju is a foreign student at St. Marguerite Academy, a luxurious boarding school in the southern European country of Seville. Originally from Japan, his jet black hair and dark brown eyes cause his peers to shun him and give him the nickname Black Reaper, based on a popular urban legend about the traveler who brings death in the spring. On a day like any other, Koju visits the school's extravagant library in search of ghost stories. However, his focus soon changes as he becomes curious about a golden strand of hair on the stairs. The steps lead him to a large garden and a beautiful doll-like girl known as Victorique de Blois. Her complex and imaginative foresight allows her to predict their futures, which is somehow intertwined. In second place is Tonikawa. The beauty of Tonikawa lies in its simplicity. It's not just another wholesome fluffy rom-com, it's much more than that. What I think makes Tonikawa the perfect rom-com for me is that how the romance isn't dragged out, there is little to no drama. Not that I hate the drama, but I find it overwhelming. Drama isn't something I'd watch every time. Anime with drama is good, but exhausting at the same time. On the other hand, we have anime like Tonikawa, which is completely different from that. It's something I could always watch. Overall, this anime is something that I would recommend to everyone. In first place is Clannad. Clannad is an anime where I laughed, I cried, and I experienced something that changed my life. People who have watched Clannad should know what I'm talking about. But for those who haven't watched it yet, I definitely suggest you to watch this masterpiece. But like many people, don't give up on it because of its first season. Because the second season of Clannad is where the real story begins. But you cannot experience it fully if you don't watch the first season. Clannad is one of the few anime that truly made me cry and get depressed for days. It's truly a great work, and if you haven't watched it yet, this should be the next anime you watch. Alright everyone, that's it for today's list. Be sure to subscribe for more if you haven't already, and also let us know your thoughts on the video in the comments section, and give a like as it will help us bring more awesome videos in the future. Also, you can join our Discord server to chat with other otakus like yourself. With that being said, see you next time.